Hello, my name is Steve M. Nash from selfhelpcollective.com and smnash.com, and this is the 25th online weekly wonder of 2015-2016. I'll be discussing an inspirational quote by Lao Tzu. And this is the second time I've recorded a welcome video, because the first time, this is a sound check by the way. This is going to be a bit of a long, rambly weekly wonder video, so apologies. A few things to say. Firstly, here are the words by Lao Tzu, or Lao Tse, depends how you say his name. The way is shaped by use, but then the shape is lost. Do not hold fast to shapes, but let sensation flow into the world as a river courses down to the sea. Lao Tzu, taken from the Tao Te Ching. I first shared this video 5 years ago outside or nearby to Sowerby Bridge in West Yorkshire. I actually didn't speak about this quote. For the first and only time, I let somebody else talk about it, and that someone else was Philo Iani from allthingsflow.co.uk, my friend, a beautiful Italian woman who has very much found her mojo now, perhaps living much more in accordance with these words from Lao Tzu than she was 5 years ago. Who can tell? She spoke about them. I haven't seen the video or listened to what she said, and honestly, when I looked at these words, I didn't really know what to say. I do have an idea now, and I will share that in a moment. However, there's a couple of interesting things about these words. They're from the Tao Te Ching. The Tao Te Ching. The Tao. The Tao is another word for the way. The beginning of the Tao Te Ching says, the Tao that can be written is not the Tao. Which is a wonderful way of saying it's not the words. It's the feeling, the ideas, what's stimulated, what the words are pointing to. It is not the words. So when I go online and try and just see what is meant by the way is shaped by use and where does this feature in the Tao Te Ching, I see various translations of the Tao Te Ching. Some don't even have this. Some don't even have the way is shaped by use. Some don't even include that. Have a completely different interpretation of this ancient Chinese text. So I'm going to talk about these words, but they may not even be the words that were originally intended. Thus is the folly of words and putting too much weight onto them. Thus is the folly of worshipping the word. This is an error, I'm afraid to say, to those that worship the word. Wherever they find such a word, this is a folly. I won't say any more about that. Let me get back to these words by Lao Tzu, Lao Tse. I don't know what his name is. Let's just call him Lao Tzu. I'm going to change the word way to two other words. Well, the Tao kind of means flow, or it means life force, or it means something else. You know, I'm not an expert on what Tao means. I have a feeling of it. I'm going to use two more words for the way. The first word I'm going to use as word. And the second word I'm going to use thought. So we use words We get familiar with them, and sometimes they point to something, and we narrow ourselves down to a very simple definition of that word. We have thoughts, and sometimes we just get familiar with our thoughts. We don't open ourselves up to what else we could think. We don't realize that this is just a thought and it's passing, and this is just one way of looking at something. This is just one way of being with something. This is just one way of thinking. The most important thing about our thoughts is that we think. We think like if we were a river, the thoughts would be the water. So we flow. If we attach ourselves to some particular part of the flow, some particular thought, then we are in trouble. So anyway, this is a bit rambly, as I said it would be. I'm going to share this quote, but when we listen to the way, I want you to think of the word and also the thought. So, the way is shaped by use, but then the shape is lost. Do not hold fast to shapes, but let sensation flow into the world as a river courses down to the sea. Lao Tzu. Bearing in mind, I'm thinking about word and thought. We create meaning for our world. And it could be for the next few minutes, it could be for the next few weeks, it could be our values. It could be our values that we believe are with us for the rest of our lives. These values are shaped by use, shaped by our lives. They're shaped by what's occurred in our lives. We didn't have them when we were born. We want to hold on to our values because we've created them. They're important. They're ours. People that don't have our values, we fear them. People that don't give the same meaning to words, like God or love or death or money, we might fear them. People that don't think the same way we do, we don't trust. But then the shape is lost. Do not hold fast to shapes. We have our values. They have become part of our lives. Do not hold on to shapes. Something happens in our life that maybe shakes our values, or maybe we go against our values. Maybe we err. Maybe we make a mistake. Maybe we're not the person we thought we were. This causes us trouble. This causes us a trouble. Maybe we defend our position. Maybe we lie about the mistake we've made. Maybe we justify it. Do not hold on to shapes. Let your values change. Let the meaning you give words change. Let your thinking change. I have no idea what Philo said when she shared her words on this video, and this is sounding a little muddled even to me, but I totally love it. I'm loving it, and I'm going to share. This is my offering, even though it's muddled, but it's pointing and it's hinting and it's whispering at something important to me. We hold on to things because of our lives, because of it makes sense to us, because of use. then something occurs and maybe we have to let go of it. And if we let go of it, yay, yay, our lives run smoothly. Others may be disturbed. We were going in this direction, we were going in this direction, suddenly we go that direction. It makes sense to us. If we do not let go, it causes us suffering, maybe a breakdown, maybe fatigue, maybe our bodies break down. If we hold on to beliefs for too long, maybe that's the way to look at it. If we hold on to our beliefs for longer than they serve us, we will suffer. If we hold on to words, if we limit our understanding of life by a word rather than feeling, if we hold on to our thoughts, like, I'm just going to, a quick aside, holding on to thoughts. What does that mean, Steve? What does it mean? Okay, it means this. Let's say you drop something. You drop a cup. Clumsily. Somebody calls you clumsy. Then you drop a cup again. Somebody calls you clumsy. You're clumsy. Then you describe yourself as, I'm Steve, I'm clumsy. I'm clumsy. That is a thought, I'm clumsy. I'm clumsy. Now, let go of that thought. Let go of it. I'm lazy. I don't know how to do this. I find that difficult. I worry about things. I'm too serious. I'm too flippant. I annoy people. I talk about myself all the time. All of these thoughts may be true sometimes, but they're not always true. And so you let go of it. You do something. I made a mistake. But you are not the mistake. You just made one. That's what it means by letting go of it. So you have a thought, you let go of it. I can't do DIY. I can't do home improvement. Well, that has been my reality, me personally, for most of my life. But it's not true. I just perpetuate it by just saying that to myself and believing it. And then I can learn. I can learn just like anybody who ever got good at DIY or home improvement. They learned. They started at step 1 and they went to step 2 and step 3. They may have had a more natural affinity to it than me, or less. Who knows? But that's what I mean by letting go. Let go. Have a thought. It may serve you. And then when it stops serving you, let it go. This is what Lao Tzu is speaking of when he talks about the way, the meaning we give things, our beliefs, our values, what we think. All of these things is pointed to by these words, which are words, a translation. He may not have even have said this. This is the beauty of these words that I'm sharing, this translation from Chinese into English. And I know it's probably not Chinese, apologies. I'm not a student of language, other than their words. How someone says something is not reflected in the words on the page. Much is lost in translation. Much is lost out of context. That is why to worship words rather than feelings, connection, is useful until it stops being so. And it has very much stopped being so thousands of years later. The way is shaped by use, but then the shape is lost. Do not hold fast to shapes, but let sensation flow into the world as a river courses down to the sea. Let yourself create new shapes. Let those shapes be useful. Do not hold on to those shapes. Create some more shapes. until they stop being useful. And you will know when the use has ended, because you will feel it in your body. When you suffer, when you're serious, when you're taking it personally, that is when you need to let go and create some new shapes. Thank you for listening. It may not have been useful to you, this video, but it has been useful to me, sharing and having insights in this moment. My name is Steve M. Nash. You can find my words at smnash.com, transformative coaching site that shares the inside-out understanding, aka the 3 principles. Or you can find my words, my self-help words, a shape that was useful, and now I've let go of those, the self-help shape. You can find my self-help words at selfhelpcollective.com. Thank you for watching. I have one more video to record. And then I'm not going to do any more videos. I'm not going to do any more Weekly Wonder videos until I don't know when. This shape of recording videos, Weekly Wonders, sharing myself, this shape has served its use, and I'm letting go of it to see what other shape may come in its place. This makes perfect sense to me, and maybe it doesn't make any sense to you. But if you're still listening to me, I salute you, and I thank you, and I wish you well in your shape making from now onwards. Thank you for listening. Thank you very much. Thank you.